I came here several times with my father when I was little, but stopped eating here as often after growing up. I hope the food here will be to your taste.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night.
Oh, don't worry. We haven't eaten at a hotel like this in a while. Paimon's getting excited already.
In that case, I'll go order for us first. Please wait here a moment.
Ooh, everything looks so good. People in Fontaine sure know how to enjoy life.
Why, of course. Go ahead, try whatever you like. If the food's good, I'll make a group reservation for the rest of Spina di Rosula next time.
And if it's not?
Well, then I'll still bring everyone. Albeit with only one dish per table.
You, sure have your own way of doing things. Oh, we called this a farewell meal, but we could also treat it like a victory feast, right? We did just win that case after all.
Oh, true. Very true. In that case, boss, we'll have another 2 dishes.
Huh? Paimon didn't mean that you had to order even more food. Speaking of cases, do you think that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances will get caught soon now that this has all happened?
Well, we've certainly taken a big step forward, but I feel that's about it. We know that there's an organization that means to dissolve these young women, but we still don't know what they are really after.
If it hadn't happened right in front of us, Paimon wouldn't have ever believed that a person could be dissolved like that.
Right? Yet it was because this was such a preposterous notion that the investigation could never really move forward before.
Ugh. If only that guy could have finished speaking! We were so close to hearing who was behind it.
In such investigations, even the smallest step can seem like a yawning chasm if the trail of clues is cut off. To be honest, I don't have high hopes for any follow-up that the authorities might conduct. It's not that I don't have faith in their ability, it's just that a different perspective is required in some matters. It's easy to guard against and deceive a single narrow perspective. A shift in thinking is required at such times in order to produce a breakthrough, which is exactly why the Spina di Rosula exist. Those highfalutin folk are not all-knowing. That's why we exist, to seep into the cracks where filth falls through, where their watch fails them. That's the kind of problems we solve.
Seems Paimon thought things were simpler than they actually are.
It's all right. Well, this was supposed to be a farewell meal, so I doubt you have further interest in this business, right? Let's talk about something else. Like, what are your future plans?
Ice cream sandwich?
That's true. We didn't have a chance to speak to her after the trial ended. It didn't really seem like the right time or place to do it anyway.
I see. So, your primary objective, which has been foiled so far, was to have a chat with the Hydro Archon. I've heard that there's a long line of people waiting to meet Lady Farina. I suspect you'll be waiting for quite a while, considering that you missed your chance today.
Yeah, we've heard that she's super popular here in Fontaine, and that it'll be tough getting any of her time.
Well, would you consider some more, unique ways? Perhaps even methods of, let's say, questionable legality?
Guess that's Spina di Rosula's boss for you. Chock full of sketchy ideas. Well, What did you have in mind?
Well, one way would be to infiltrate a performance troupe at the Opera House, only to abandon your act at the play's climax and ask to speak to her after the performance. I'm sure Lady Farina would be eager to see the ending, and would agree in order to finish watching the play. Don't you think?
Could you suggest something a little more practical? This plan seems pretty hard to pull off. We'd have to go learn how to act, and acting's really hard.
Alright, here's another. Find a way to conceal yourselves under her bed. Then, wake her up in the dead of night and demand answers. Don't let her go back to sleep until she answers all your questions. I can personally testify that this one works. When I'm sleepy, I'll do anything as long as I can finally get some sleep.
That might work, but that's not really the problem. The problem is, we don't want to get ourselves
Send
arrested.
me a picture.
Ah, valid point. I overlooked that part. I was just thinking about leveraging a person's desire for sleep. All right, no more joking around. Perhaps you could... Oh, I don't know. Cut the line when she's on a break. You did defeat her in court, clearing citizens of hers from false accusations. False accusations she had nearly upheld personally. I imagine that she feels quite ashamed about the whole thing.
You mean that if we catch her while she's on a break, she might be too embarrassed to refuse? Oh, that does make some sense. Why don't we give it a try after this meal? You know, strike while the iron is hot and all.
Huh? Paimon, did you drink my Fanta?
Was this your drink? Sorry about that. Paimon wasn't really paying attention and the cup was right next to Paimon. Would you like to order another?
No, it's fine. We're just about done here.
Alright. Honestly, Paimon wouldn't recommend Fanta anyway. It tastes kinda salty and icky.
Is that so? Huh. Well, in that case, we'll have to blacklist the Fanta here then. If we're all finished eating, then I'll go pay.
Good.
Yeah, we're stuffed. Thanks for the treat, Navia.
Let's not do that today.
Oh, so full. Paimon can barely float anymore. Nah, that would be so... normal. You know, like you.
Okay. As for
Yeah.
expenses this month, we're left with...
That's fine.
Hey, Navia, what are you doing over there?
Oh, nothing. It was just a meal, you know? Nothing the Spina di Rosula can't cover.
Let's get ready to try to meet the Hydro Archon again. Bye, Navia!
So this is goodbye, huh? Well, if you do encounter any other trouble in Fontaine, you're always welcome to contact the Spina di Rosula. I'll give your requests the highest priority. In any case, I wish you smooth sailing. I'll see you again, partner.
See ya!
told you, if you want to avoid that outcome, that's what we're doing this year. Now you have to go.
There aren't many people around anymore. Looks like that boat we took to Araneas might have been the last one.
Yeah,
Vache!
good.
Looks like we're back here again. Huh? Traveler? Are you hearing voices again? Ugh. That's kinda spooky. Are you sure we don't want to come back in the morning?
Vache! Vache!
Hey, why are you still walking towards it? There might be something nasty in the water. Huh? Hang on. Paimon can kinda hear a voice. It's calling for Vache, right? Hey, traveler? Stop walking! Come on, wake up!
Vache! Are you... my dear Vache? No, wait. You seem to be someone else. Do you know Vache? Do you know where my love is? Wait. Who am I? I'm very sorry. I fear I do not know. My memories feel like they have been washed away like a flood. So many fragments dissolved amidst the tide, never to be recovered. How much have I lost? How many things that I once held dear while on land have I since forgotten? Yes, that is what I was once. But now, I am but the consciousness of one who is lost, therefore.
Sorry to hear
I do not know how I came to be like this either. I only vaguely remember being covered in light blue water, and then all grew dim. I also remember going to many places. I loved adventure, loved exploring places of peril. No matter where I went, Vache would go with me. I knew how dearly he loved me, and I also loved him equally as much. But now, we can no longer go back. The pain of such parting, I never knew how heavy it could be. No, our reunion no longer has any meaning. There is no way for us to create any new memories. The thought of me gives him no succor, so let it lie forgotten beneath the waters. If you meet Vache, tell him not to look for me. Tell him to move on. That is the only thing I still remember. Perhaps that is so. As I was submerged in the waters, losing consciousness, I saw Vache above the surface. His eyes were filled with such sorrow, such longing. If only I could have comforted him, told him that I did not suffer. Indeed, I had felt a great warmth. Is that what you call it? Dissolving? If anything, I consider it a form of release. It was a state of neither fear nor frenzy, with only an endless peace, like the water's still surface.
I said no, she went free.
I could also liken it to being a thirsty person who drinks water for the first time, and only then sees how they have lived for so long in a world of endless want and anxiety. I think I hear your companion. It's time for you to go, I think. Farewell, then. I am glad that you were able to sense my presence. Remember, if you see Vache, tell him not to seek me out any longer.
Wake up! Come on, hurry! Navia's outnumbered!
Demoiselle, look out!
Dear God, it's a whole army of Gardamex. Chlorand? Quick, now's our chance! I should thank you for lending us your sword there, Chlorand. But before I do so, could you explain how you managed to show up here?
I followed you. It seemed to me that danger has followed you more closely as of late.
I believe that following someone without their knowledge is actually called stalking, is it not?
Mr. Callus's last wish was for me to ensure your safety, and I will not betray his trust. He would do the same, were he alive today.
Do not speak of my father!
Sorry, Demoiselle. I was not strong enough.
Thank you for your aid, Miss Clorand, but do keep an eye out for your manner of speech. I believe we all wish to avoid unnecessary emotional harm.
Sorry, I did not consider your feelings.
Whatever. What else do you know? How did you come to the conclusion that I'd be in grave danger?
I doubt I know much more than you, but I believe that the mastermind behind the serial disappearances is very powerful. Your performance tonight will almost certainly attract their attention.
I'm sure they've known about me. To be honest, I'm shocked it's taken them this long to act against me. And what about these Gardamex? I thought only those associated with the Maison Gardiennage could control them.
None of these mecha have serial numbers. I was sure to check a moment ago. They are not the ones used by the authorities to enforce the law. I can only conclude that some powerful or wealthy party must have obtained them via illegal means, deploying them as a private force of sorts.
What? Your point being that they're out of Spina di Rosula's league, then?
Yes. Be careful, and do not act rashly.
I will continue investigating no matter what. We will bring the truth to light. That's my father's true last wish. Regardless, thank you for your help today, Clorand. But if you get any ideas, tell me first. I don't much appreciate being followed.
I do not think that they'll strike again anytime soon. So I shall stop following you. Good day, all.
Right. I suppose that's the best news we've gotten today.
Demoiselle, I believe that Miss Clorand was being sincere with you. If we tried, we could attempt to thaw relations a little.
I know, she's...
Oh, thank goodness! Paimon thought we were done for! Those Gardamex came out of nowhere while you were unconscious, and Nadia and her gang saved us! Oh, and there was that champion duelist named Clorand who came out to save us too! We got lucky there. Paimon probably couldn't have fought them off otherwise.
Oh, come now. Forget all that polite talk. That wasn't really a farewell meal we had back there. Not for me, anyway. In truth, I hope that every meal we have together shall be a victory feast. As such, we're still partners. There's no need to thank me.
It will take 50 years for me to match Demoiselle's magnanimity.
If it were me, I would have joined the Spina di Rosula on account of her goodwill long ago.
All right, you two. That's enough.
Actually, Navia, how did you know that we were in danger? You sure did show up in the nick of time.
Well, to be honest, you're the one who tipped us off, Paimon.
Huh? Really? Paimon contributed somehow? Ooh, Paimon's even more amazing than she thought!
Yes, all thanks to you grabbing my drink by mistake.
How did that help?
After we parted ways, I was on the way back to one of our bases when I suddenly thought of what you said. That the Fanta tasted kind of salty and icky. Fanta only comes in sweet flavors, so how could it have tasted salty? The color of the drink, if I recall, had also been a bit off.
So the Fanta had been spiked with water from the primordial sea?
Yes, so if you hadn't drunk that cup for me...
Spina di Rosula is preparing the grandest of awards for you as we speak for saving the boss.
Huh. Really?
I sent people to Hotel de Boer to investigate, but whoever did this left no trace at all. That's when I figured out that you might be in danger and hurried here as quickly as I could.
But why would they go after us too? All we did was defend Liddy in court and help clear his name. Ugh, now we're caught up in this mess too, aren't we?
Well, you did foil a plan that they were probably pretty proud of, and almost got their name in the process. Speaking of which, did anything strange happen when you drank the primordial seawater?
Well, it can't be a coincidence that the traveler fainted just now. He said that he heard that voice calling for Vache again. Oh, and this time Paimon heard it too, but it was real faint. Does this situation have to do with the primordial seawater then? Does that mean the primordial seawater raises someone's sensitivity to hydro when it's used on people who are not from Fontaine?
That doesn't sound like too much of a bad thing, to be honest.
New intel? While you were out cold?
Well, let's hear it, shall we? Oh, that is important. Vache. That name doesn't ring a bell. I suppose he hasn't stepped forward as a witness in court lately. Since he saw that young woman dissolve, he was at least at the crime scene. But he never gave testimony or any information regarding people dissolving in the primordial seawater. Could he have been threatened? Yes, thank you. This is very important information indeed. We will continue to investigate. Oh, you mean you'll help us investigate?
Well, you did say that our farewell meal didn't really count. That means we're still partners, right? And besides, we're in this now whether we like it or not. You're not gonna let those people who targeted us get off the hook so easily, are you, Traveler?
Demoiselle, do try not to look quite so pleased. You are the face of Spina di Rosula, after all.
You talk too much. Well, in that case, let's head back to one of our bases, shall we? I'll arrange accommodations for you. We also have some plans to go over, and hopefully we can deepen our bonds as partners. But we'll take that one step at a time, I guess.
Don't worry, you two. With us around, our base is definitely secure.
I can't remember if I've tried Poppy's reference.
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Xavier? What are you doing here?
I was in the general area, and now I'm in this specific area. There, that's me. So what about you two?
We have some questions and thought you might be able to help.
Good night. What's your date today? Want to see the funky side? Sure. If you like to share it, you can.
Certainly do. I've researched the furnace here in some depth. If there's anything you want to know, just ask away. Like the back of my hand? Make no mistake, I have been here a good many times before. Not only that, but I've met people in Inazuma whose families used to live in Tatarasuna years ago. They said it's all true, the history here.
That's good to hear. Just another day on the expansion wrestling. It's good morning, good afternoon, good day.
Oh, well, it's a long story, don't you know? The tale of Tatarasuna starts a long time ago. I'm told that its history is one of the most foremost forging and smelting operations in the nation, goes back around 1,000 years. Still, the furnace has had a couple of serious maintenance issues along the way.
A couple? When exactly?
One was just in the last few years, the other was several hundred years ago. A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Hey, weren't you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatarasuna? Come on, ask already.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
We Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
I'm gonna check it out. Don't worry, I will see it once your shirts are
Sure, go ahead.
done. Just passing by. I hope you all have a good morning, evening, and afternoon, and night. Well, thank you for stopping by and hanging out. It was a pleasure having you. Take care, rest well, and until next time.
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman, for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatara Suna is concerned. Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh, we're leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
Looks like you got all the information you're looking for. Sure, but what's up with you today? Whatever it is, it seems like it's really troubling you. Keep your smile, Spinal Crocodile. No matter what happens, Paimon will always be there for
Spinal
you.
Crocodile. That's a new one.
Hey, don't mention it. Alright, let's head off and go meet Nahida.
We're gaining some because Breeze broke. Okay, that means Breeze clear. It does say finale, so gotta. You're asking for the impossible, but
Try and stop me!
Hey, it's them!
Akaba, Sawada, you're still here?
Indeed we are! If you have a moment, we'd love for you to join us once more.
We have time. What do you us about?
It's the same topic we discussed last time. Obviously.
Still looking for more info about Tatarasuna, huh? Should we join them?
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh, of course.
I presume you'll want to read mine as well. Here.
Well, what do you think?
Hey, Traveler. Remember how last time Akaba was saying how he wished he could gather more information about all this? Well, we just got back from Inazuma. So how about we tell them what we learned?
What did you find out? Something big?
It's a long story. Basically, we have some friends in Inazuma, and...
Wow, so many new details. Thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Well, well. So it all comes down to one man's desire for revenge. Huh. You heard this from a member of the Amanoma clan, you say? Then I guess it must be true. Ugh. So there's no ghost story here after all.
This new information actually lends further credence to my hypothesis. Evidently, swordsmiths were seen as having an incredibly prestigious role in society those days, to the extent that harming them was conceived of, at least by the perpetrator, as a way of exacting revenge against those in power.
Yes, okay, point taken, you were right. But that doesn't mean I can't carry on with my novel.
And they're back at it. These guys are really into this.
Oh, so sorry. Look at us, prattling on about our projects and ignoring you. Thank you so much for the information.
You're welcome. See ya.
Keep us in the loop if you find out anything else.
Will do. Nahida, we're here! Traveler, Paimon, how have you been? Ugh, where to start? Paimon hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up, and then he decided he wanted to go to Inazuma. The Balladeer? It sounds like some kind of code name. You look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me? Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset. That's quite a story. So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past. But how was he even able to do that? As the Traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality. So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because, well, because he literally changed the world? Yes. Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The Traveler comes from a world beyond Tevat. That's why there's no information about him in Irminsul, and it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect him. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it. Paimon's having a hard time understanding this Balladeer guy's motivations. Why did he do it? I can only make inferences based on the information we've been given. As for what kind of person he was, only you remember that. Something else worrying you? Something that you can't share? It couldn't change the fate of the ones who had died, right? Once the Balladeer realized he hadn't been betrayed after all, it must have completely changed his view of the people of Tatarasuna. Now he saw them as friends again. He couldn't keep hating humans after that.
And if he thought there was a chance he could save his old friends, it would be hard not to try. The story makes sense, every part of it. The balladeer tried to achieve godhood with the doctor's help. He was unsuccessful, but retained the power to connect with Irminsul. That power then enabled him to change what was recorded in Irminsul and erase himself, even though he didn't have much strength left.
Yeah, it does make sense, but it still ended in tragedy for his friends. It just feels so hopeless. He gave everything to do this, but it seems like he got nothing in return.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one. It turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything he has told us.
What is it?
A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it?
I authored this record myself.
Huh? You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the balladeer?
When combined with the traveler's narrative, it's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the Kabukimono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
That's incredible! What a great idea!
And sending the traveler into Irminsul with the balladeer must have been a further precaution. I knew he'd remember everything. This story is abstract enough that it still resonates with the present information recorded in Irminsul. But if we connect all the different pieces together, the true story that emerges is the one he told us, the now erased life of the balladeer. There was once a lone monster draped in fox fur. The monster found a family of foxes, joined them, and they became friends. The monster lived with the family day and night, and everyone treated it as one of their own. Once in a while, the monster would take off its fox fur at night and lament to itself as it gazed at its reflection in the water. I am a monstrosity, yet they are too foolish to see it. I pity them. But the monster soon found solace when another came to live among the foxes who was not their kin. A kitten, carved from the wood of a white tree who had been abandoned by the humans. The kitten too wished to become a fox, but its tail was too slender and it could not grow a coat of richly colored fur. Yet when the other foxes saw this, they spoke words of comfort to the kitten. Even without a tail and fur like ours, you are still one of us. Furious at this happy resolution, the monster lit a fire on the mountain. The terrified animals panicked as the fire spread. The only way to extinguish the flames was to make a sacrifice. A gray fox stood up and addressed the monster. It said, "You are the cleverest among us. Surely you can help us find a way to solve this." The monster smiled, led the fox toward the fire, and murdered it. The gray fox's heart was turned into a beautiful drop of water, clear, spotless, and pure. The monster gave the heart of water to the kitten, telling him, "The foxes have decided. You are the one who must be sacrificed. Take this, quench the flames, and die for your fox kin." The fire was extinguished, but the kitten lived. It left that side of the mountain and found a little bird who had a broken wing. The two promised they would spend their whole lives together, but the little bird did not have long left to live. It passed away soon after. After burying the bird, the kitten left the mountain for good. Never again would it cherish a single creature, nor a single blade of grass that stood on that mountain. The kitten spent the nights wandering aimlessly, gnashing its teeth at the moon. How it wished to swallow the moon and devour the moonlight. If the world could only return to darkness, then it would finally be peaceful and content. I will become the new moon, the answer to everything. Then, no one will know that there were once birds, foxes, and cats in this world. And no one can know that they were different.
We solved it!
I remember now. This is not just the Balladeer story. It is his very own memories. I made a backup so that it would be preserved no matter what happened. To become a god, he was experimented on and modified countless times. It was brutal torture, and the only reason he was able to survive is that he was a puppet. This memory was extracted from him by the scholars. Presumably, they kept it to have something to defend themselves with. Creating a deity was just the first step. Some of them wanted to be able to control it. That's why they backed up his memory for later use. I buried it deep inside one of my own dreams, and then hid it inside an allegorical story so that it wouldn't be altered.
It's hard to believe that this person really existed, let alone that he tried to get rid of us on more than one occasion. Paimon has no memory of him at all. He completely vanished like a puff of smoke.
The Balladeer agreed to help me look for information about the Descenders, and although he was unsuccessful, he still helped you. Before he vanished, he confirmed an important detail, that Conria was where your twin first came into this world. We still don't know how the change to Irminsul will affect the senior ranks of the Fatui, but in all likelihood, they won't even remember their own Harbinger.
It sounds like Paimon wouldn't like this guy a whole lot if he was still around. But still, Paimon doesn't like the way it all ended that much better.
This is why wisdom alone cannot answer all our questions. We look, we see, and we comprehend, but the question still troubles us. So the answer is not everything. People yearn to find the truth and then conquer the troubles they face. When you give someone the truth, you give them a chance to choose their own destiny. To others looking on, this may seem like a pointless endeavor, but for him, the chance to act on his desire to disappear must have meant a lot. Never forget that even when we walk beneath dark clouds along a road filled with suffering, the light of wisdom is always there, guiding us toward a better destination. And that is what you have been doing all along.
Yeah, Nahita's right. Cheer up. How about we go get something to eat? We can pick up this heavy conversation again later.
Good idea. Paimon, why don't you take him out for a walk to clear his head?
You got it. Come on, Traveler. You need to get out of your head for a while. You'll feel much better after taking a walk. Let's go get a snack from one of the stalls in the Grand Bazaar. That'll be sure to lift our spirits. It must be really tough being the only one who remembers all that. But Paimon's always here to help cheer you up.
I have like a so I'm actually in Fontaine now, so oh, so you're stimulating. So actually, I wonder if this will be better to.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Does this? Oh, you're doing scroll. Gotcha. Take a walk around the Grand Bazaar and clear your head. Sing the song.
We're here! What should we eat first? Hey, are you gonna answer or what? Alright, whatever you want. Well, Paimon will be right here when you figured stuff out. Then we can get something to eat. What is it? Have you figured it all out? Why'd you jump up all of a sudden?
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
Hey! Hey, wait!
you. That kid. Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it? Work's too boring for you? Or has the big city got too many distractions?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something? He's who?
You're a strange one, kiddo. You say you don't want any money for helping out here, and then when I actually give you some work to do, you keep letting yourself get distracted. I don't want to take advantage, so I'm happy to pay you what I'd pay anyone else. But if you keep acting like this, pretty soon I won't be able to afford to.
No, please. I mean it. You don't need to pay me anything. I'm just so thankful you agreed to take on an outsider like me.
You're welcome, I guess. But I got bigger things to worry about. Look, we're all out of Sunsettias, and I promised the lady down the street I'd deliver a fruit bowl this evening.
Leave it to me. I'll find some more. Just a moment. I'll be right back.
Stop. I'm gonna level with you, kiddo. I've never met a worker who said they didn't want a wage before. And at first, I got greedy. Couldn't believe my luck. But I figured you'd start asking for something in return eventually. You don't want money. You don't take days off. And in your free time, all I see you do is wander around, taking in the sights. Are you a drifter or something?
That's right, I am. We can talk more about that later. First, let me get those fruits you needed. Sunsettias, was it? I'll be right back.
Hey, what do we do now? Okay, stay out of sight. Don't let him see you.
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsettias? Isn't that a bit too cruel? Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice. Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me? I have no recollection.
Are you absolutely sure?
Sorry, but I just can't take your word for it.
A puppet? What makes you think that?
Huh?
You were right! The look on his face!
I guess you do know me after all. That is not something I share with a lot of people. Look, I'm just a wanderer. But seeing as you've gone through all this trouble to track me down, I'm sure whatever it is must be important. Okay, but please let me deliver these goods to my boss first.
Are you really working for that guy? He said you don't want any more for it. Is that true?
Yes, I ran into him out in the wilderness during a storm, and he let me take shelter in his cart. In return, I said I'd be his helper for a while.
That's oddly nice of you.
Let me take these back. Then I'll come with you, okay?
Then let's return to the city.
Try and stop me!
Here you go, boss. I'll leave them right here.
Oh, you really went and picked some more. Who are these two?
Something's come up, and they need to borrow me. Sorry, boss. I'm afraid I'll be away from the stall for a while.
I was just about to pay you anyway. Go wherever you want, kid. Don't waste your time here.
What?
I get it, okay? You just wanted to help me out, to thank me for giving you shelter from the rain that day. Even then, I don't understand why you're so adamant that you don't want any pay for it. But look, it was pouring down, and there you were, sauntering along without a care in the world, like you had nowhere to be and didn't even care that it was raining. Imagine you were me for a second. It's a little weird, right? Why is this guy traveling during a rainstorm if he's not trying to get somewhere? And why is he taking a shortcut through the open country if he's not even in a hurry? But anyway, taking you in didn't put me out even slightly. You don't owe me a thing for it. Certainly not all this. Your time is valuable. You know, you should go live your life.
But I don't... No, you're right. Then I suppose this is where we say goodbye. Thank you again for taking me into the city.
Don't mention it, kiddo. I've run into all kinds of characters over the years. I just hope you find your path.
Thank you. All right, done. Thanks for waiting for me. We can go now.
I'd probably just laugh.
Full throttle!
engines!
That's a pretty weapon.
Try and stop me!
Is that jump?
Nahida! Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk.
You say that you're trekking across Teyvat to train yourself. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain. I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation.
Oh, like a past life or something?
Yes, something far more distant than the past. So far away that you cannot perceive it.
Okay, I have to ask. What was I like in my previous incarnation? Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it. Looks like I didn't have the most wonderful existence in my previous incarnation. If it's that difficult to talk about, I have no doubt it will be just as difficult to hear. But I'll be able to handle it. Please, tell me the truth.
Is truth something you care a lot about?
Yes.
Then I'll be straight with you. In your previous incarnation, you did many things that would be considered evil. You nearly died because of what other people did, and many died because of you. As a non-human being, you hated gods and humans alike. You drifted from place to place, never able to settle, even where you found status and identity. You adamantly believed that you were missing a heart. Actions rooted in persistence sometimes bear bitter fruit. Sometimes, you have to let parts of yourself go, or you'll never be happy.
I gave everything I had, but it barely changed history at all.
In terms of the outcome alone, that's true.
I don't think I can judge everything I've heard purely in terms of right and wrong. Each choice a person makes belongs to a specific place and time, a chain of cause and effect, a cycle of karma and consequence.
That is the nature of truth. If one thing is right, its opposite must be wrong. And yet, dichotomies like this are not enough to explain the world in all of its complexity.
It seems like my previous incarnation wasn't the most likable individual.
I said one in there.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but Yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
If we were enemies, why are you trying to help me find the truth?
This is so frustrating! This guy's supposed to be our arch enemy, but now he's just some random stranger we met on the street! He's got so much to answer for, but we can't make him talk because he doesn't remember anything. What a weird situation.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, as the God of Wisdom, I trust that everything you told me must be true.
Yes, it's all true. I can even show you the memories themselves, if you're willing.
Please, I want to see them for myself. I want to experience my own transgressions.
Even though it will cause your present self great mental anguish?
I'm just a puppet, with no heart and no name. There is nothing in this world for me to cling to fill the void within me. Except maybe these sins that can never be undone.
Very well. As you wish.
Wait, shouldn't we go with him? This one's kind of on us for bringing him here.
Don't worry. Whatever danger I might face, it's my burden to bear.
Traveler, could I ask you to supervise him on my behalf?
Oh, good point. Given your, unique situation, we'd better keep an eye on you.
Understood.
Thank you. Now, prepare yourselves, everyone.
So. Because we are the best.
This looks like Inazuma.
Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth, but be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful.
Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
You don't need to do this for me. I don't deserve your protection.
We never give up halfway. Well, we had to once, but that was your doing.
All right. Thanks.
Wanderer, this is the Shake Pavilion. In your Balladeer incarnation, this is where the Electro Archon placed you after your creation. You had a great many memories here.
Is that because this is kind of like his birthplace?
You could say that, in a sense. You'll see why shortly.
I hear footsteps.
This place is huge. I can't believe the landslide didn't fill it in. I wonder who built it. The Crystal Marrow Miners? No, there's no way. Look at this exquisite construction work, and so well preserved, too. No mining crew would be capable of this. There's someone passed out on the ground.
Who are you?
You're awake. What happened? How'd you get stuck here? Are you injured? Not a scratch. And these fine clothes. Who are you?
This man is Katsuragi, deputy to Torichiyo's adopted son, Mikoshi Nagamasa. He found the Balladeer in Shake Pavilion and took him back to
And the rest is history. Well, it used to be.
In the original version of events, Katsuragi was ultimately killed by Nagamasa.
Let me get you out of here. Our people are nearby. Hang in there.
During the Tatarasuna incident, Niwa was murdered by the doctor disguised as a mechanic. The balladeer, then known as the Kabukimono, disappeared not long after. As the second in command at Tatarasuna, responsibility for what had happened fell to Mikoshi Nagamasa. But Katsuragi had sworn lifelong loyalty to Nagamasa after the latter had once saved his life. At Katsuragi's insistence, Nagamasa killed him to put an end to the Tatarasuna incident.
So, under my name, you see that little flame with the 448. So, click on that. There you see the streamer rank kudo score thing. So, in order to rank that up, for me to get to A rank, I have to be gifted and I have to have chatters. Basically, stuff contributing to a kudo score. Like, those are the main two things to build up your rank. I don't keep gifters for like sometimes they'll gift and help out and whatnot, but then like the only one who really actually casually just sends me gifts on like a daily basis is Harley. But I don't. That's why I said like I don't know how I'll actually fare as being a streamer because streaming you have to like it's something you have to do. I just don't. You have to be able to sit there and basically like, oh yeah, like whoever can send the most gifts, this and that, like, oh, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I don't. That's why I'm surprised I've made it as far as I have. Yeah, it's because they haven't been doing the like little mission things for people to do. So it kind of makes it hard. Like you would.
Katsuragi seems like he was a good guy.
He looks like a warrior, but he has a kind face. Why couldn't he live a long and happy life?
Kina's over it. But, yeah, so now it's kind of hitting a point where you gotta watch your ads, or you gotta play the games, or see you gotta put them in. Piece of shit.
Nagamasa, I found this young guy in a cave sealed off by a landslide. He doesn't remember his name.
Well, we need to call you something. I hear the workers are calling you the Kabukimono.
It's fine with me.
Katsuragi, report to Niwa. Tell him we have someone new joining us.
something this. Something.
Huh? What are we doing back here?
That I don't know what that is. I don't think Chibi stopped by.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
I was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay. I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died, and then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever.
This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him. After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together.
What happened to the child then?
He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family! You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too. The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you. I've been waiting. Another you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Are you trying to win me over?
The long-fated rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
Quiet. Come at me. Put your back into it. Be killjoy. It's only just begun. sweat!
Light of the blazing sun! Incinerate!
My duty at an end.
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma. In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the Balladeer here. Such a creepy atmosphere, and so familiar. Hey, look over there!
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these incompetent fools all for me? Wow. You shouldn't have.
Huh. What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely. Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. Bye then. See you at the victory feast.
Poor little tongue? She's playing with fire talking to me like that. Who does she think she is? Forget it. Someone might find me here any minute now. I should prepare to give them a warm welcome.
The plot does not end here. There is more of this story to come. Wanderer, are you able to continue?
Yes. Please don't worry about me.
Why are you staring at me in silence? Can't you think of a nicer way to express yourself?
I'm under no obligation to be nice to you. Besides, I thought nothing mattered to you except results in your own interest. Isn't that right, witch?
Muddle-headed puppet. You're only number 6 because you can take more abuse than other humans. Do you really count that as an asset?
You're about as much fun to be around as a raging inferno. But before we murder each other, it'd be best if we finish our duties.
Inazuma shines eternal!
Stabilize! This is order!
confused on who you're talking about. The Wanderer?
Looks like we've arrived in Sumeru. Is that?
Considering that Amorta's sage, Nafis, refused to join this project, I'll take part in the experiment in his place.
Welcome. I look forward to a fruitful collaboration.
When do we start?
You seem impatient. You should know that becoming a god is far from a trivial affair.
The biological transformation is a lengthy process. As such, I too would recommend that we commence as soon as possible. In the event that a successful connection is established, his body will become permanently bound to the machine, and he will be unable to move independently of it.
Nothing worse than what I've been through before then, Doctor.
You were the most resilient test subject I ever came across. Thanks to you, I was able to garner a great deal of information. Alas, after that, you were under orders to remain in the abyss. We barely saw each other, and it became difficult to further refine the knowledge I had gained.
That was gracefully worded. Ever wonder what they think if they knew that nothing matters to you, apart from your crazy experiments?
I suggest you speak to me in a more respectful tone, Scaramouche. The mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
The doctor again? That was uncomfortable to watch.
That person gives off a very sinister energy.
Yeah, no, I thought that was just something you randomly made up. Can't I just call it? Oh.
It's normal for him to give you the creeps. He scares the bejeebers out of Paimon. Let's move on.
Last night, before I ended straight, I got Yelan. I got the ice chick. This one. Oh no, she's Hydra. Never mind. I thought she was Cryo.
You're a god. Do you think I'm evil?
If you accept that he is you, just as you are you, then yes, you are evil.
In your eyes, are there any differences between humans and puppets?
Do you think there are any differences between your present self and your previous and future incarnations? If not, then what are the differences between humans and puppets? Whoever has tasted the joys and sorrows of life in the human realm is human. Whoever has loved and lost, cried with grief, howled with rage at the tragedy of death that eclipses the miracle of life, they are human too.
I've seen enough of my past. If possible, I'd like to reclaim the sins that are mine to bear. No matter the consequences, I won't run from blame or punishment. Whatever I am due, let it come to pass. Can you return my memories to me?
Huh? But won't that mean you'll lose your current identity?
I've always believed that human lives follow a set of rules, with each person being a collection of past experiences. As a puppet living in a human world, my life is subject to the same rules.
Regaining your memories means reverting completely to your previous incarnation. All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
I've lived with a void in my chest my whole life. My creator didn't need me. And ever since I awoke, I've just drifted from one place to the next. But then I met you. And I finally realized that reclaiming my missing sins might be my one opportunity to become my true self. I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul-searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours. You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Set him free?
A puppet? What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasa will be thrilled.
This is my...
Is he alright? No way!
All worthless dross will be purged. That's why this won't be the end. This is trying my patience.
Have you got all your memories back now?
You got any more questions? Perish! Insignificant past! At my command, you shall fall. Bow your head. Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am. You sound like you're concerned about me. But don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Is there another chest? This is a point. Usually they have the chest.
Welcome back, traveler. Paimon, Balladeer.
It feels like we just went on a really long journey. Paimon's exhausted.
You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
Never get you by Salem's to get you by the outside. Scar who Spock who Spade who. I did say that. I said that you too, Scar. Boy. It's definitely bullet Scar. Gotta be.
After learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him. I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the 6th is.
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Can you hear me okay over there, Twitch? I haven't had the chance to ask. I changed the settings, so I hope it works out.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you were looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
In all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Are you able to hear me properly over now? I've heard some people say that I'm like barely audible, but I messed with the settings, so I don't know if it helped or if it made it worse.
Oh right, I almost forgot. You're the good guys. You're into justice and all that. Sorry if I have a slightly different perspective on things, but I don't feel like I've been duped. The wisest leaders are fated to end up with the best helpers. I can live with that.
I'm glad you're able to think of it in that way. Traveler, in the future, I'll continue to search Irminsul more deeply and see what secrets can be uncovered, including the beginning of your twins' journey recorded in Irminsul. What exactly happened before and after that point? I want to know as well.
Which is a new vibe. Pretty sure you already joined me, Mercy.
I will try.
Traveler. After I dove into the information torrent in Irminsul, why did you go to Inazuma?
Testing. Which is odd. Well, thank you for the follow. I need to. So I have a mic I can set up, but I was told that I couldn't ascend demonic with it. But I'm also where the VTubers coming from, it says mic on and then use Bluetooth microphone, and that's kind of what I have on. Let me test one of the settings on the studio thing. Mic auxiliary device. Let's pump this up some. Okay, so now we'll try again. Can you hear me? Over on Twitch, that is. Testing, Twitch.
So that's how you found out whose fate had changed. And how? Well, whatever your reasons, you did me a favor. And I'll do everything I can to pay it back. Borrowing and returning are the only real relationships between individuals. I'll balance the books one day. Don't you worry.
That's not true. A relationship between two people is not simply a ledger that can be reset to zero. I think deep down you realize this. People who show up in your life don't just evaporate like water drops and leave nothing behind. There is no such thing as balancing the books. Some things in this world can never be brought back, and they can never be changed, which is why there is emotion in the human world. Everything that you feel is real and lasting, and whatever is missing in you will not be made whole. To be human is to live with imperfections. You can choose whether or not you want to be human.
Because what I messed with was the mic auxiliary device settings. So then if I crank this up some more, we'll go almost max. How about now? We'll just turn off that. We'll turn off that mic. Testing, 1, 2, and 3. Negative 1.2 decibels. That's how I'm being heard. So now we go like this. I mean, I could. But you kind of sound a bit wonky. Okay, what about here? What about a 3.3 decibel? Negative 3.3. But then came on down. Unit audio. Where? It's better. Okay, I did turn down. Sorry, I'm not good with audio mixer stuff. Like, I tried okay, so I was in an event back in like January, and I won the streamer essential stuff. It came with a stand, or it came with a tripod, it came with a phone stand, and then it came with a mic as well, and a set, like a headset. And what you do is you plug the mic in. Well, I tried messing with some of the settings in the phone to deal with that, and I got told that I sounded demonic. So I haven't really used it since because I don't know how to do mic settings. Yeah. So it's like, what? And plus, I have downside to it is, yeah, there's not an area where I can actually add that in here. I'd have to set it up on like a completely different stand. But it is the shirt in the 88 plus. Yeah, so it's like I've never messed with them, so I don't know how to do it. And if I've tried looking at videos, it's like, oh yeah, here's like the different stuff you can check out. It doesn't tell me how to do it. So it's like, what to do. Off topic, but did you have a Yachty a few years ago? No, I have been on this app for, okay, kind of. So, I was there when the app first launched, and then I didn't understand anything about it, so then I uninstalled it. Then, like a year or two later, I came across like an ad for it again. Like, that's basically the start of Mad Dog here. It's like, oh, we saw it, looked interesting, didn't understand it, and installed it. Year or two down the road, saw an ad pop up again, thought it looked interesting, downloaded it, didn't understand it yet again, and then uninstalled it. Then, a couple more years down the road, the how YouTuber became famous overnight after forgetting to shut off stream anime came out. I was like, I wonder if that app still exists. Bam. Fiona, welcome in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. Let's see your day today. It had so many people. It was so fun. Yeah, I bet it was. I wish I would have fully gotten it back when it first launched. Like fully got into it, fully would have actually grasped what I was doing and everything. But sadly, I don't like say. Ooh. Yeah, no, I am not at that point. It's more like people will join, some will hang out, there's just stop by for like a quick check-in kind of stuff and then leave. The part that really surprises me. So I started fully back in August 27th, 2024 on reality. That's when I officially started. I'm surprised I've made it to 3,000 before my 1 year mark. Yeah, see, and I personally don't think I'm entertaining, but people will sit there and argue me on that for some fucking reason. I'm like a boring laid-back dude. I've never expected people to actually come back to my streams. I thought it probably would have died out around like 500. No, somehow I ended up on the recommended follow list for the people who like just download reality and make accounts and everything. Somehow I ended up on the list. I don't know how, I don't know how. But there was hitting a point where I was getting, I'd say, around 100 followers per week. Like, I could be sleeping and I'd wake up with like 20 notifications of, oh yeah, so and so followed you, so and so followed you. Well, again, how am I entertaining? I don't understand. I don't get it. See, and I have people say, like, I've had people say that before. They're like, yeah, you're entertaining. I was like, prove it. Come on. Like, tell me, how am I entertaining? Like, yeah, I have, like, I'll sit there and I'll get on the doggle boy, and that kind of makes you guys laugh. But then, like, I'll sit there and I mainly just respond back to, like, your guys' little bits and, like, what you do in the chat. Like, that's basically what I do. Like, yeah, I'm mainly a game streamer. But, I don't know. Like, I love it though. Yes, it's nice because usually the people that are more hyper, I guess, are more entertaining. But people that don't have lots of people that talk them because they don't. Yeah, see, like, when I first started out, it was mainly just like, hey, welcome in, relax and unwind, everybody can talk. And then, like, I'd be playing, like, some kind of BGM in, like, the background. Because, like, that's the thing with being a streamer, you have to be able to chat whether people are talking to you or not. It's like, oh fuck, here we go. Yeah, so then I'd basically sit there and, like, yeah, I would ask people how they were doing, like, how their day was. And basically try to, like, conversation starters, like, the basis to it. But here we are.
But humans can't live without a heart, can they? Anyway, I gave up trying to become a human a long time ago.
You understand what pain is perfectly well,
Her
even without a heart.
definitions of entertaining
You're
are, like,
just bearing your feelings. The past
Can you
is set in
focus
stone,
with
but you
chat
can
when
keep
you're
moving
able
on.
to say,
And
yes,
the
I
longer
can.
your future lasts, the
I
shorter
was
your
actually
past will
just
become,
explaining, like,
until one day, it is but a tiny
dog
fraction of your
backstory
life.
of how
Sounds like you've got a future planned out for
basically he
me.
fully got into becoming a streamer. I was also adjusting, I was adjusting the mic auxiliary on my laptop so that you guys can hear me better, because apparently I could be heard, but it was very faint, and that the game itself was louder than me. So I had to, like, find a good little spot to, like, pause to be able to make sure that I'm being heard, because I don't have any like, my knowledge on, like, the mic stuff is not as though, like, I got, like, I won in
everything's ended
on
up being
reality
pretty darn complicated.
for like a streamer is
Paimon doesn't even know
essential.
where to start, but
And
the most
I got a
important
mic,
thing
I
now
got
is that you
headset,
need
I
to
got
follow
the
Nahida.
tripod,
Otherwise,
and
all
then I
our
got a
efforts
phone
will have been
stand.
for nothing.
And I don't know, like, I tried messing with the settings on it, and apparently I sounded demonic, and that's kind of how long. So I haven't used it since. Alright.
Then I guess I'll be helping you from
Will
behind
you
the
send
scenes
it
from
in
now on.
DMs? But yes, I am able to do it.
I'm glad that you've
Or
accepted
be
our
able to
proposal.
chat
Why don't you choose a new
while
name to
games running
celebrate?
at the same point in time.
Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too!
What happened to
Why?
Alright.
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first
Yeah, I
gift.
can.
You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name,
How about
maybe
that?
you can ask them for ideas.
Does that help? Guess I actually have to go back to game.
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Is this better now?
Have you got anything?
New names. Fine. You can too. Keep that. Yeah. Thanks. Testing. 1, 2, 3 for my people over on Twitch. Huh. It's everybody's days today. Okay, name change rules. You can obtain the item in Palliative Stroke from the Archon Quest Interlude version of Genesis, which will allow you to change Eons, Adrift, Wonder, and Wisdom. Please take note that same names cannot be utilized in this change. Once you have renamed this character, some interfaces in the game going forward will display the name that you have chosen. There is a limit on the number of times you can rename this character, so do so with care. Please ensure that you follow our terms of service using this function to create a healthy gaming environment. Please confirm that you will not instigate or take part in the creation of content that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, ethnicity, government, or region. The bullying or insulting any travelers or groups of travelers, any other content or behavior that violates the terms of service. You may have to restrict your use of the game services if you do not follow these rules. This may include suspension, restriction, and name reset, forced disconnection, login suspension, or account forfeiture. At the same time, you are welcome to use the report function to send feedback to us should you encounter the aforementioned situation. I don't know what to name him. Can I just... No, that's just how I know speaking. Like, it's like that deeps. Okay, so the way that a friend of mine put it a while back was, it's like you come across a fire song and then the bass hits. Actually, reality was the first place that I had been given like a lot of compliments for my voice, which I never have been given compliments for my voice before, so I don't know how to go about that. Yeah, no, I can typically change up the speed in which I speak. I'm actually a lot faster person, I just choose not to care. No, like the deeper, slightly demonic sounding type thing it does when you put something in song. Ah, I got you. So I sound demonic. Damn. Well, I mean, in the bio, it does say deep, soothing voice. That's what I aim for. Wait, that sounds kind of weird. What sounds weird? Fuck, I don't know what to name this guy. Keo's hiding. I didn't see you down there, Keo. No, it's perfect. Who's this Keo? You just go like this, and there's a key. Yeah, but you were fine, man. Like I said, reality was like the original first place that I have been complimented on my voice. Like, yeah, it feels nice, but at the same time, it's like I've never been complimented on this before. I don't know how to feel about it. Like, I have people who come into my streams to sleep, as you can tell. Sorry. I have people who join at the start of their days, who join at the end of their days, and those who come to find rest and relaxation, to rest their words. I have people who have joined since like the beginning of my streaming career and who have not said a single thing, but will hang out for quite a while. Streams, like kind of just hang out. 5 a.m. It is 3:47 a.m. for me at least. The depressing part is I was planning to get more Twitch and like Twitch, YouTube stream times in, but sadly I have to work tomorrow, so that's gonna be the depressing part. So it won't be an all-day stream. It'll just be Geodrum level streaming. Oh yes, my morning stream before I went in. I had a feeling you fell asleep. Forgive what I did. If you're talking about the morning stream, I do not remember. It's too far. Yeah, I think you woke up confused and then you're like, hey, up this stream. Let's join the stream. Then kind of pass that count at that point. I'm just gonna leave it as morning because I have no idea what the name is.
Are you sure?
Yeah, couldn't fall back asleep and I go, what's that? So, and then you're like, yeah, the best place to sit. Wait, Keo, you're good at naming things. Help me name this guy.
Okay. Have you got anything?
It cannot go against the have Keo. I cannot name him that. The creation of content that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, sexual orientation, ethnicity, government, or region. The bullying or insulting of any travelers or groups of travelers. any other content or behavior that violates terms of service. Yes. I'm trying to find somebody to help me name the Wanderer. It does say at some point that, yeah, I can. You know what? We're just gonna leave it like this. Okay.
Are you sure? Oh, alright. If you say so.
Okay.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
Because now I feel like he was trying to think of the
What
most
about a
out-of-pocket
nickname?
things
Are
that
you
are
done yet?
offensive. I left it as Wanderer.
Take your time. I don't need to see you again until you've thought of one.
Fair enough.
Everyone who manipulated me and made me suffer will have to pay the price.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Now that your stance has changed, I believe your future path will change accordingly. But it won't be immediate. You still need some time to compose yourself.
One more thing. There are still some descendants of the Raiden Gokuden living in Inazuma. Some of them know. Well, they ought to know about the connection between Raiden Gokuden and myself. I don't plan to leave Sumeru for the time being. If you see them in Inazuma, please tell them that I was the one responsible for the Raiden Gokuden's downfall. Even though the events have been erased from the world, they still deserve to know the truth.
Salem's kind of been in.
That is up to you.
Alright.
But if we do that, then...
But
It's
if
fine.
not, then I end up
Let them stab their
being
blades into my
straight
chest if they so desire.
and
Maybe
tell
that's how
them
it always should have been.
But thank you for stopping by and hanging. It's a pleasure having you. Take care. And until next time.
What's that look for? Don't make that face. I know what I'm doing. That day will come. Alright. We're done here. Goodbye, wise deity. And you too.
He's gone.
What he went through today would have been like living an entire lifetime in an instant. He'll need some time to calm down.
Yeah, true. But even so, after everything that's happened, he doesn't seem quite as fierce anymore. So we can finally go eat? Paimon is starving.
Thank you both. I hope you will find somewhere nice to go and relax for a while.
It's at the end. If we finish this quest. We have not.
I've got it! I can end my novel with some words from Mikoshi Nagamasa.
You mean because everyone else in the story is dead?
Yeah, I heard that Mikoshi Nagamasa died at a ripe old age. He's the perfect fit to be the narrator of the epilogue. The dark clouds had dissipated, but they continued to cast their shadow in Mikoshi Nagamasa's mind for decades to come. Then, one night, as an old man, he had a dream. On the night when that prized blade, the Daitatara Nagamasa, was forged, the people rejoiced, and there was painting, dancing, and drinking. All these expressions of joy melted down in the furnace fire, and turned into red clouds that rallied around the final sunrise that Mikoshi Nagamasa saw in his lifetime. Life is a story too long to be told, a journey that you must walk to behold.
Ooh, Kia. Can't remember if you were there last night, but as I was ending the stream, returning to the listing, we discussed something. RUGC, what is that? What do you mean we can customize the travel? That's news to me. I should probably plug that phone. Huh. Since it's down to like 5%.
Something you wish to report? Go on.
It's the way that
You have my undivided attention.
Love it. Okay. So I got him opened up. Let's see. Oh wait, so they're gonna make it to weird. I need a Haku here for this kind of stuff. So we casually just jump. Actually,
What could the children be up to?
and we eat ourselves to the edge.
Let them do as they please.
I do, however, see that thing over there, so. Alright, cute. Across the water. And drop.
It's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back.
Alright.
Wow, great! Huh? Look at the vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
Let's say that'd be really weird. But I mean, it would give me the option to play through as both of them, guys. I wish they set it up to where, like, okay, yeah, you can pick one to run as, like, your main one.
You
But
sound
then, like, the
lost
other
and
one you get at,
confused.
like, another point in time.
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
Huh? Is there someone here talking to us?
Like, that'd be cool if they had that.
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance, but for anyone else, who can say? When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate. Like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes. Only that which you see is true. What is unseen is but an illusion.
The voices disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff? Anyway, that face is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
So, we have finished the version of Genesis. And we got we have 4 issues. Not enough, apparently. Oh yes, Kia. Still here. I got her at the end of stream last night. Now I just need her weapon. It's gonna be a minute. Actually, first let's check this. Okay, so now just down to these, which all I have to do is finish up Fontaine, and then I can go back to Nat. Actually, there's something that needs to be done. Truly not part of it. Oh my god, do I not have a waypoint over here? I do. That way. I got it.
Try and stop me!
Another test subject.
Don't mind me, just passing. Gorgeous.
Oh, not bad.
I didn't buy it, but then you hit me. That's on you. What's up there? Spooky Revenge. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. Good morning.
Rise with the sun!
Good evening, Regular. Now, let's see your day today. Let's see. There's a teleporter over here. But no. There it is. that Sidus Genshin followed on your other account? Oh, what's your other account? I might recognize them. I believe so. Is that name thy son?
Full throttle!
Let's not accidentally fall off the cliff, shall we? Yep. So casual. Oh. We're about bigger than casually just chucks myself off the fucking edge. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. What a wonderful thing walking is, don't you think? Taking a walk is totally new. I'm sure you understand. What are you guys walking? Happen when we take walks. It's such a beautiful day. If you eat seed and my crabs, that'll be really fun. I mean, a real good day. Sure, we'll let this happen. I mean, we can't let this happen. Run into something like that during this walk. We will not be bystanders. And if taking a walk, like we said, taking a walk. No, none at all. Except that the two of you are interrupting our walk. Taking walks is very personal. We do not like being interrupted. Find a good place to walk. Find another sense first. It's a pretty good place. This is where we take walks. I mean, where we feel with the nature. That's why we don't want to be interrupted. Goodbye. These are just the really fucking weird guys. Oh, Henry, everybody will pop on. Fuck it. Self-proclaimed conjecture. Saffron? Then, kinda get after me. No. Don't see me dating. Wondering is not what I see. Sapphire? Sapphire. Really bad, I guess. Did you hear that one? So was I pronouncing the name correctly or incorrectly? Now I'm confused. I got 22 people. Thank you for the gift. There's you too. Yeah. I mean, it is a Friday night, so people are tuning in. I guess right now it's actually, Saturday morning. Something. I kind of like the buzz is finally disappearing, and it's like, okay, now it's like wind up for the rest of it. Like so much to drink more vodka. Shh. Basically what I said. But something. Thank you for those. Oh, no surgery or mechanical products. I just not understand any of what's going on. Surgery, like listeners. Of what I just said. No, it's not a model. Yeah, no, that's why I didn't know. I'm American. That's what my confusion was. Yeah, no, just a bottled drinks happening. Let's see, that's the thing. Okay, so if I'm being completely honest, I've actually enjoyed streaming because I learned. No, but you knew what it was. I did not know what it was. So the shit just tastes good. I have had sake before though. Sake is delicious. It's which I find funny. But yeah, so like it's always I enjoy streaming. It might not seem like it since I'm like a very chilled, laid back kind of person. Coordinate? How do I fucking explain that? Because America is fucking weird and everybody else uses a different metric system than we do. Where basically the rest of the world uses the same one and we're just like, yeah, fuck you guys. We're gonna be different. We're gonna be mean. We use football fans. Yep. Actually, I have a British friend. Um, she's like, why do Americans wear their flag? You do that around here, you're getting your ass whooped like 7 days Sunday, kind of like shit. Like, my neighbor did that once. Haven't seen him since. I was like, well, America. Yes, I did. Freedom, wow, sweet taste of freedom. What as satisfying as roast chicken is, freedom sure is sweet. What the fuck is on its sign? Against what? How should I put this? They're the ones who buried me. They did it to stop me from working hard, which is why I want to protest. Wait, why do they want to stop it? You need to stop working on it. I think I just one thing. I didn't put it in. I'm my own landlord. Like the only thing I can think of that's like that like has like the flag on it remotely would be like a pair of swim trunks I got. But I got them to wear during the month of July when the family goes out to the lake, so who hurt you? Why you cutting off toes? You sure? Fuck. I actually have a sweatshirt that is Tokyo Ghoul. You trying to explain fucking Tokyo Ghoul to like people? They're like, oh yeah, what can you tell me about it? I'm like, okay, well, from season one to season two, it's a complete 180. Then from season two to season three, it's a reverse 180. And season four, it's kind of just. pull off the tongue. Like I know he so I know in the anime he had his fingernails ripped off and he had basically like all his fingers broken. Uh what the fuck? Broken machine that I would like to be uh might be drinking something. Finish to this and then we're gonna call tonight because it's like 4:30 a.m. So we catch up for chance. So oh yeah, so this guy right here, one hole in the side. I kind of started this mission like forever and a half ago, but I wasn't officially to the area yet, and so I kind of had to put a hold on doing it because I got yelled at because for some reason like world quests would appear in like random locations, and I'd be like, "Ooh, I get to go do this." Well, I'm not officially to those areas yet. But this dude got buried in the sand by those two twin dudes, and yeah, we're basically using him to catch crabs with a plate of roast chicken in front of him while he was buried in a barrel in the sand. Alright. So that's kind of. He thought. So this dude thought that they had did that to him because they were trying to kill him. Which, in fact, they were just trying to teach him a lesson. But like the mission itself is like truly mouthwatering. Yeah, it's kind of one of those like little silly world quests. Most of my missions that I'm working my way through, welcome back, Kingdom. Most of them I've actually kind of just been completing as I go along, and I just haven't turned them in. Oh yeah, yeah, that would be my dog who's chilling under my desk. We've got a training assessment thing next week because he decided to bite a neighbor. After he ever so casually pulled out his corkscrew from the ground, and then neighbor was trying to help get him back into the yard, and he bit the neighbor. So yeah, fun stuff. It's like the fourth person he has bit. It's about to hit a point where like yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So we'll see how this training assessment on Wednesday is gonna go for us. Because I gotta drop them off in the morning with their trainers. Then I Cerberus, my demon dog. Just gotta wait for his other two heads to grow in. Quest completed. Hey, look, we completed a quest. Good shit. But yeah, let me show you this on my quest. That's not what I could find. This. So, we'll go all the way up to the top. Okay. Yeah, fingers crossed it does, because I gotta drop them off early in the morning, and then I pick them up like right before they close for the day, but I have to go in an extra 30 minutes earlier to talk with the trainers, because for some fucking reason, he is good with females, he is bad with males. This dog sitting place I'm strong, like I dropped him off at it. They know this, I have told them that. Like, they once had a male employee accompany their female employee, and he was not happy with that. Like, he's good with females, he's bad with males. But he has bitten two of my brothers. He has bitten one of their employees, which I'm guessing was a male employee. And then he bit my neighbor yesterday, so it's like, okay. We've gotta get something figured out. Like, he bites me, like he'll get my hand in his mouth, but that's basically like it. Like, he's too scared to bite Alan. Probably because he knows I'll beat the daylights out of him. So when I got him from like the animal shelter adoption center, and they said they found him as a stray, so which he knows I am family. Like, he goes ballistic if anyone gets near. Yeah, you dumb. Yeah, but that's the thing. I would set him outside on like a corkscrew thing that goes into the ground, and then basically leash him up back there. Yeah. Which, I mean, when I first got him, he was food territorial, and that was fucking annoying to deal with, because he did not eat for like the first day and a half, and I was so confused about it. And then he decided to rear his teeth and growl at me, and I was like, yeah, but that's where I'm going. Not doing this in my house. I was like, I don't give two shits about your food. I've had him since December, so it hasn't even been a full year yet. So yeah. But found a way around that. Now I can pet him while he's eating his food. He used to try to growl and bark because of that. That was knocked the living daylights out of him. But now, like, I get the pest control that comes over, and he goes fucking ballistic. I'm like, bro, they're just trying to do their job. Well, yeah. But I mean, the downside to, like, the easiest argument to that is he is trained. He can sit, he can shake with both hands, he can lay down. Like, if you're looking for a guard dog, he is a really fucking good guard dog. Like, So it's like I can't stand it. Let's say like I have to get him to stop fighting people. I tell him consistently, I'm like, you're the reason bots have a bad. Like even my neighbors are like, would love to pet him, but he does not seem very enthusiastic about them. Right? It's like, yeah, probably for the best. And it's an elderly lady who tells me that. Yeah, he's down to like a third of the brain style. Oh, he's a rock mix. What is he mixed with? Nobody fucking knows. And I even checked Google with like taking a picture and trying to see. It's like he's a rot mixed with this. And then I take a different picture. Oh yeah, he's a rot mixed with something that's completely different. And I take a third picture and it's like, oh yeah, from that third option, he's that something completely different. And I'm like, you're giving me the same pictures here. Like, so Google doesn't even fucking know what he's mixed on. And like I said, the animal shelter adoption center found him as a stray, so they have no idea what he is. They know he's a lot, but that's about as far as their knowledge goes. Got into a conversation about it once. The best way I work to figure out what he is mixed with is doing a DNA test on him. So that it's gonna be. But I've sat there and had so many people be like, oh yeah, I can tell my dogs apart. And I'm like, oh, maybe you can help me figure out what he is. I send him a picture and they're like, and I'm like, yeah, you don't fucking know. I gotta deal with that. They're like, well, yeah, he's deaf, which is odd. He's a rot with long hair. Which very rare do rots have long hair. So it's like, you don't know. Let's collect one achievements and carve. That's a lot of fucking achievements. Just casually. You have Discord. There's pictures of him in the segment. He's kind of a fucking menace to society, if you ask me. But, yes, Key.